Cancel your plans. We're back. Welcome to another episode of Situationship. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
I know. It feels longer than that, though.
It does. It feels like a lot of life was living.
It was lived.
Was lived. Life was lived.
Well, you went to a lot of places in
I
like
did.
2 weeks, so.
I did. Yeah. I lived a lot of life in those 2 weeks. And my brain is still not like 100% functional. I feel like I'm still in a brain fog. And we've been home for like five days, I think.
Yeah, it's going to take you a minute to recover fully.
Yeah. I feel like an old lady. Like I can't get right. The time change really, really hit me. The kids, like 24 hours later, they were fine. Me, I'm like a walking zombie, like literally permanent brain fog. Like I can't think clearly.
Well, yeah, you were bouncing around a lot. I mean, I feel like there was a lot of things
Yeah,
going on.
there was more than one thing. Like I got real sick right before we left. We were supposed to record an episode. I completely lost my voice. Like I kind of was losing it. And then I took like a bunch of medicine, was feeling great. We went to Polo, spent like an entire day outside, which looking back probably was like the worst thing that I could have done to myself. And then the next day my voice completely gone again. Like it was really bad.
Yeah, no, there's no saving that, I fear.
Yeah. And then it kind of continued on the trip too. Like I'm still like a little froggy in the throat. I just can't like kick it. And it's probably because we were so busy and I wasn't getting good sleep and like all the things, but yeah, it's been a struggle.
It wasn't really like a restful vacation.
No, it was the opposite of that. We were so go. We spent a couple days in Barcelona. Then we got on the cruise ship. We did a stop in Marseille, a stop in like Cinque Terre. We went to Pisa. We went to Amalfi Coast, and then we spent a couple days in Rome. So it was nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you just need another vacation.
I do. I need like a more relaxing vacation. Like it was really great. But there was points where we were like, we didn't spend like any time on the ship because we were so busy. And that's kind of the beauty of being on a ship is that you get to relax.
Yeah.
And we didn't really do that. We had like one day that we sat by the pool and that was it. All the other days we were busy going around doing stuff. So my next vacation is going to be a chill vacation.
Yeah, no, I fear I need a vacation so bad, but I want to be like at the beach for like a week. I just want like a week-long beach vacation, pool, beach, reading.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, that is on my list. Like when we were there, I highly considered buying this Prada bag when we were in Rome. And Aaron and I talked about it. And we were like, well, you know, like for this money, like we could literally go to the beach for like a week. And so I'm like, okay, well, now we're going to the beach for a week because I sacrificed the Prada bag.
Yeah.
So that I could go to the beach.
Yeah. You know, it's bad when you're like, I need a vacation while you're literally on vacation.
Yeah. And you're already planning your next vacation. Like the wheels are turning. I literally looked at the prices, like the hotel prices down by the beach, like when we got back a couple of days ago. Cause I was like, I need something else more relaxing.
No, I don't blame you for that. I love traveling to an extent, but it really does just take a lot out of you. Like I think everyone's just like, oh, travel, and I'm like, yeah, but the whole process of it is just, it drains you. So
yeah, and it was great, like I said, but it's going to be a while before I work back up to going to Europe again because it was a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of walking. Yeah, you're trying to see as much as you can because it's a limited time.
Yeah, it's like you go all the way over there. You don't want to just like sit around. You want to see all the things.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Tired.
Very tired.
In shambles.
Yes. Barely functioning. Brain cells. I've got like 2 of them trying to fire.
Yeah, but you're back now.
I'm back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was worth it.
Yeah.
Totally. I would do it again.
Oh, no, I can only imagine. I've not yet been to Europe, so I really badly want to go, but I know it's everyone that always goes, they're like, yeah, it's just like go. Not that much rest time. So that's the only thing. I mean, there's other reasons holding me back, but that's a big one too. It's like when I want a vacation, I like want to relax. So it's hard.
It is. And that's the opposite. So You got to like build up to it. Like I should have been doing heavier workouts to like prepare my body.
Yeah.
For my mental capacity. Doing like crossword puzzles or something.
Yeah.
So I could keep up.
Yeah. You're like, all right, we're going to do Duolingo.
Yeah.
We're going to run, do all these things just so you show up to Europe.
Survive.
Yeah. Get ready. Oh gosh. No,
yeah.
it's true.
But it was good. We ate a lot of good food. I was really impressed. Eliana, out of like necessity, tried some new things. Mm-hmm. So that was cool. Like she realized she loves margarita pizza, which is essentially like cheese pizza. But you know, it is different. It's made differently. It looks different. And she did really well. So I was impressed.
Yeah. No, that is good. 100%. You're kind of like, this is what's offered. So
it's like, sorry, there's no chicken nuggets. We did take her to McDonald's one day though, because she was just like, I can't do it anymore. And we walked by a McDonald's and I was like, you know what? You can have McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's okay. I will go eat at a restaurant afterwards. And that's what Aaron and I did.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're like, if this just makes you happy and you can be fed and
yeah. So and we don't have to fight it today. McDonald's.
Yeah. No, honestly, I've heard so many good things about McDonald's in these other countries. It like makes me want to try it. Like all their menu items are so different.
Yeah. They have a huge menu in, where were we? We were in Rome. They have like a whole like pastry section, just kind of like a cafe does. And then they have a ton on the menu. Actually, when I was in Switzerland, like forever ago, I went to a McDonald's and they gave you like a little wooden fork with your fries, like your little bag of fries. And that's how you ate them. And I thought that was like the coolest thing in the world. I'm like, oh, they give you a fry fork.
Yeah, how fancy.
I know. So sophisticated. They don't use their fingers.
I know. We're out
like
here.
The salt off of their fingers when they're done.
Yeah, we're out here eating fries like animals. Yeah. Like in America, we're just like shoving as many as you can in one go.
Yeah.
No, I do. I've heard, it's so funny that that's like a thing, but I have seen people like traveling to other countries to try McDonald's. Like that's one of the things. They're like, I have to try the McDonald's here because it's so different.
It's iconic, you know. McDonald's defies all of the different, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like countries.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
It transcends. That's what I'm trying to say. Cultures.
Yeah, countries. No, I've heard really good things about the Korea and like Japan.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
I bet they would have an interesting menu.
I also really want to go to Japan or South Korea, but it's
so
far. That's the only thing. The flight alone sounds so painful because everyone that I know that has gone has been like, it is fantastic because it's so clean. There's so much fashion. Like all of it in the food, like everything's so different. But the thought of that plane ride makes me want to cry.
Yeah. Just getting there, I think our second flight from the US across was like 7 hours there. On the way back, it was 10. And that is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
It's hard.
No, it is hard. I don't, and that's the thing too, is I don't like flying. I really don't. That might be like a hot take, but I really don't like flying. I do it because it's
a necessity.
You have to. I mean, I wouldn't pick driving for a long period of time over flying necessarily. It's just like everything about flying annoys me. I always feel sick when I fly.
Yeah.
Like my stomach hurts no matter how good I eat, how much water I drink. Like, and I try my best. It hurts.
Yeah. Something about being on the plane also upsets my stomach. I almost always either one way end up drinking like a ginger ale or something because my stomach ends up getting upset. But it's just like while I'm on the flight.
Yeah. It makes me feel sick like the full rest of the day. And like, I don't know. And I do, because I will try and avoid like too much fat when I'm flying, like everything. And then at some point, the last time I flew, I normally try not to get soda at all because it hurts my stomach when I'm flying. But I was like, my stomach was already hurting. I'm like, give me a Sprite.
Yeah.
ASAP. I'm like anything to just make me feel better. But something about it, and I don't know, I just feel gross, like the air.
Yes. It's like the air recirculating and it's like stale and yeah.
Yeah, and it's the confined space. Like I swear the planes are getting smaller and smaller.
For sure they are. The international ones, I will say, are bigger.
Yeah.
And they give you a little bit more space. It's like what planes used to be 20 years ago until they shrunk everything. And now like the back of the seat in front of you is like touching your knees. But the international ones, they do give you a little bit more space. Let me tell you, when I was like walking on that plane and looking at those first class people, I was like, ugh, what I would do. Well, I mean, I wouldn't pay extra thousands of dollars because I looked into it and I was like, let me just see.
Yeah.
No. I'm like, I could go on a whole other vacation.
That's crazy. No, I don't know. It's weird to me. Like flying's just like it's not it. Like I don't like it. There's just nothing about the process that makes me feel good. TSA, why are they mean for no reason? And I am looking at you TSA people because they could be so much kinder. Yeah. Every rules at every single place are different.
Yeah. And the way that they act, like you should just automatically know. It's like, seriously, like I flew out of Richmond and they told me to keep my shoes on. Now I'm flying out of Dallas and they tell me to take them off. How am I supposed to anticipate what I am like supposed to be doing as I approach here? And there's like tons of people and it's like a high pressure situation and they're like, hurry, pull your stuff out, do this.
Yeah.
Like it's stressful.
No, I've gotten yelled at twice recently. Once because I pulled my Kindle and stuff out.
Oh, and they were like, don't.
Oh. They're like, put that back in. And then another time because I didn't, I was like, should I pull this out? And they were like, they like scoffed at me like I was an idiot. And I was like, okay, I'm not stupid. Like I'm asking you this because the last place they yelled at me for taking it out.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to, because they'll be like, if it's bigger than a phone, take it out. Like, I don't know. Yeah. The rules. And then sometimes they're like, take out your liquid. Sometimes they're like, no, it's too much. It's just the whole thing. And then, yeah, they're rude about it. I'm like, could you at least be nice to me? I like feel like I'm in a zoo and I'm just being like forced along.
Yeah. I will say that the TSA in Rome was like super nice. Like they swabbed me. I was like randomly selected to do the hand swab. And I haven't had to do that like since I had a baby. Cause if you like carry a baby on you in one of those little, they always like swab your hands for the bomb stuff. But my hands like went off at the first one and they were like, oh, that's weird. Like we'll just pull you aside. You've got to be swabbed 3 more times. And I was like, okay. And they were like so chill about it. Cause I was like, how?
Yeah.
How did this happen? And he was like, oh, it might have been like a lotion. I was like, sanitizer? And he was like, maybe. But they were like so chill about it and made me feel comfortable that I was like, okay, it's not a big deal. And it ended up being fine. So I think it was like a false positive. But yeah, I've been in situations where it's not like that. I'm like, you guys are so much more laid back. Thank you.
Yeah. No, see, that's what I need. I'm like, give me the good energy because I hate being here.
Yeah.
There's too many people. People are like either running everywhere or they're walking so slow in front of me. And I just like,
yeah.
No, the last time I was almost late to my flight in O'Hare, barely landed. I landed and my flight was like boarding and I was like, oh, I'm screwed. And everyone was like this walking, like head up in the clouds. I'm like, or on their phone. And I'm like, you need to get to one side. Like everyone's like going like this, like veering in and out. I'm like, stay to one side. I need you to chill so I can move in and out. Like, and I get it. Like there's children and there's elderly people. I will never get mad at those groups, but it's not those people that are the ones that are pissing me off. It's like all the middle-aged people and the children that are like 8, like older teenagers. I'm like, you all know better. Like get it together.
It's like going to Costco. It's the same thing at Costco. It's like people are looking everywhere except where they're going. They're like running into other things. They don't know what they're doing. They're like, what sample's down there on that aisle, like 20 feet away from me? I don't know. Cruising around, not paying attention at all.
Yeah. I'm like at the airport, just like if you're not in a rush, I'm so happy for you. Move though.
Yeah.
And if I see someone running, like I move, but people will just like not move. And I'm like, they're trying not to miss their flight. Like they're clearly panicking.
It's stressful.
Yeah. Just be helpful.
Yeah.
Scooch.
Yeah. Pick a side.
Yeah.
And they have like those signs. People don't read though.
No.
It's like the worst.
Well, also people go over, this is a hot thing. And I didn't even like look for it until someone mentioned it to me. But there's lines on the floor in a lot of airports for blind people. And people will like be going everywhere and like blocking them, like putting their stuff on them.
Oh.
So just like they're literally slightly raised. If you start, you'll probably see them now if you start looking for them. But they're slightly raised and they're specific like lines. And they're typically on like on either side, not in the middle. But people will like stand on them and like park their stuff on them. Don't do that because
they're there for a purpose.
They're there for a purpose.
To be helpful.
Yeah. So blind people can, make their way around the airport.
Yeah. I cannot even imagine how stressful that would be.
Oh no, I couldn't either. I'm already stressed and I think we've talked about this previously. I like flying by myself because I know if something goes wrong, I can run by myself. Like I'm in control of myself. you know, obviously, like if you have little kids and stuff, that's stressful because they can only move so quickly. Things get crazy. But I only got myself, so I'm like booking it. But I can't imagine, like you're late or something and you're blind and you're
trying to navigate.
And there's like 5,000 people everywhere who aren't paying attention.
Yeah.
And you can't,
in their own world.
Yeah, and you can't anticipate where they're at because they're not paying attention. I'm like, oh no, I fear. And that's why I like more and more smaller airports, more and more. They might cost an arm and a leg to fly out of, but you can get to one end to the other.
Yeah.
So much
That's true. But they don't have lounges. And I'm kind of now this slightly snobbier traveler who like, oh, I want a lounge.
I don't have access to a lounge. I'm out here literally with my most basic thing. I've heard such good things though, obviously from you, but other people too.
Yeah, it's a game changer. If you couldn't fly through one that has one. I mean, Richmond has nothing. So it's like you just got to sit out there.
No.
You rough it, you know?
I got so much hate from like our parents. They're saying that this airport's like one of the worst airports. But I stand by it. Food selection, terrible.
Oh yeah. There's like one restaurant in each of the terminals. We have like 2.
We have Cheeseburger, Applebee's, Caribou Coffee.
Yeah.
A random other coffee place that's not even like a local coffee. I don't even know what it is. And then
I think they actually took the Caribou out and put in Ironclad. So it's like a slight,
that's an
slight
upgrade.
step up. Yeah.
And then like what? Like 2 like little fresh market.
There's like a little bar restaurant that you can eat at.
That's it.
Yeah.
The food options are abysmal. I don't know. Everything about it. It's just like, it's such a sad airport.
It is. At least it's clean. I can say that.
It is clean. It's just that I've flown through smaller airports than that recently and a couple more medium size, and they've all been slowly renovated. And I'm like, when is Richmond going to get on this
When's
grind?
our turn?
Yeah.
You know, I think it's going to take a lot for that airport to get bigger. I just don't think it gets enough traffic for them to warrant making it better.
No, I think Richmond's slow to adopt anything, including the water system. You weren't here, but there was another boil advisory in Richmond.
I think I was here.
Oh, you were here.
Yeah, because I think I left and then you went home, right?
Yeah, it was like
the day that I left.
Yes, the day you left.
Yeah.
No, I swear, I don't know what Richmond's on, but like I need them to find it because if we now have like 3 cases of water, like we're over prepared now. But I'm just like, no, I was telling Ashley, I'm like, you can't touch the water bottle. She's like, we have 3 cases. I'm like, don't touch them. Because if something happens, I'm not dealing with it.
You're not going to fight people for water?
No. People are crazy out here. And I mean, this time it was only like 72 hours.
But that's a long time.
A long time with no water. If you have like no bottles of water, anything, you're screwed. Like, what are you supposed to do? But
boil water?
Yeah, heck no. I'm not ingesting that. You know it's coming straight from the James. Like, people want to like say whatever. Nah, the James is disgusting. It's one of the dirtiest rivers. I just know bodies are lurking in that freaking river. And I'm not even joking about that because the whole Richmond serial killer thing, if y'all don't know, there was a theory that there was a serial killer killing people in Richmond because a bunch of bodies kept popping up in the river. And no, there's nothing founded in that. It was just like a rumor. The police have come out and said no, although I really wouldn't trust them anyways because they wouldn't want the public to panic. But they came out and were like, this isn't true. But because of that, I'm like, no, that water's it's got bodies in it.
Yeah, it's body water. I will tell you that when I was working downtown, I used to walk along the river and there's like a canal system. It's very pretty. They've like made it nice. And during my lunch break, every day I would go for a walk along the canal. And there was one time that I was walking and they were like dragging the canals for a body.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I was like, what's happening up here? There's so many police and there's like boats in the canal. And I was like, oh my God. Like there's a coroner out there. I was like, I'm turning around. I can't.
You're like, I'd rather not see what's
going to come out of this. No.
Yeah. No. People.
So it's legit.
No, exactly. And like last time I swore I saw a video of people boiling water and stuff was like floating to the top.
Ew.
And Ashley and our father were like, you're overreacting, whatever. I'm like, heck, no, you drink the water.
Yeah.
You drink the boiled water. I'll stick with my bottled water until the foreseeable future.
I'll take my microplastics and you can have the body water.
Yeah. No, I'm okay. Like, at least the microplastics, like, I'm eating microplastics every single day. Okay.
That's
like,
true.
And they're already in my system.
You know, you can't see them. You can see floaties in your water.
Yeah, I can see floaties. I can see things. It's staring back at me.
There's like an eyeball coming out of there. You're like, it's boiled, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah. No, that's basically what I think they were trying to say. The mayor straight up drank water, like, after it was, like, clean. So, I mean, like, good for him. At least the first time around, I was like, okay, he's really, like, he literally went to the tap, opened it, then took a swig. I'm like, all right. I mean, that's one way to get your point across.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, you know, when the mayor has to, like, live on the air, go to a tap and drink water and be like, it's safe. See, I'm doing it. That's bad.
I know. And now you wonder why, like, and it's funny because all these people were moving to Richmond. I'm like, move away. You can leave. You can leave. We'll keep it to ourselves and our dirty boil advisory water.
Yeah, it makes me feel better about my little well water, you know, because there are some downsides to well water, but I feel better about it than body water.
Your water pressure there is better than mine here.
That's saying something.
I know. Lately, when I went back home, I was like, wow, this is a treat. The shower was like a treat.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, dang, I'm never complaining again. Because when we were there, we were all complaining, particularly me. I'm like, well, okay, to be fair, there were nights where it was like literally dribbling.
Well, yeah, because if more than one person is showering at the same time, forget about it.
Yeah, you can't do that. We also just have I think it's too many people running on too little.
Yeah, we need like another water tank or something. For the size of the house that we have, it's kind of ridiculous. But
yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what that would
problems.
No, I mean, other than the boil advisory, I really wasn't up to anything cool while you were gone. That was I got sick, probably whatever you had. I was down bad.
Was it like a lot of phlegm in the throat? And,
Yeah, I had a fever one day.
I also had a fever.
Great, because Mom was sick.
While I was traveling.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No, so Mom was sick when I was there visiting because of the boil thing. And then I came home and I was like, I blame, like, Mom got it, I think, from you and I got it from her. Rip. And so I was down bad for like 3 or 4 days, like down astronomically bad. Then I was fine. This week we went to a total of 3 concerts.
That's a lot.
I'm fighting on, I don't know what's holding me together right now. Hopes and dreams.
Sheer will.
Yeah. Sheer will and a matcha latte that's running through my system.
I'm kind of sad that I didn't go to the one last night.
I know. I'm sad you didn't come too. I was expecting you to come.
I know. It was a struggle. So we bought these tickets to Megan Maroney like in September, like forever ago. And we had a plan for like a big group of us to go together. Well, I didn't realize that like a lot of people had dropped out of this. Like I just was not in the loop. So there was nobody coming except Morgan and her friends. And so I was like, I was already feeling so exhausted. I'm like, the thought of having to get like fully dressed. Like today's the first time I put on makeup since we got home. Like I have just been like a bump on a log living in like sweatpants. The thought of like getting dressed and doing all the things to like make it there just seemed like a lot on my brain. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to list the tickets and see if they sell. And then if they don't, like we'll figure something out. Like Aaron will come with me and we'll just eat the cost of the last ticket. It'll be fine. And I originally put them on the AXS website because that's where I bought them from. They were up there for like a couple hours and they didn't sell. And I was like, you know what? Like I feel like a lot of people aren't looking on that website. I should try StubHub. So I put them on StubHub. Both of them sold within like 15 minutes. Or like the 3 of them, because a pair sold within like 5 minutes. And I was trying to decide if I was going to keep the last ticket and go. I was like, well, should I take it off? What should I do? And I like literally opened my phone to take it off and I got a text message, your last ticket sold. And I was like, well, I guess that decision was made for me. I am no longer going.
I know. I was like, what the heck? You texted me that and I was like, well, it's
I
just
know. And I was like, as soon as it sold, I was disappointed. I was like, dang it. I shouldn't have sold the last ticket. I should have like muscled up and dealt with being tired. Like it would have been worth it to go.
Yeah.
But I wasn't about to rebuy tickets because tickets were selling for like 4 times the list price.
Oh, I know. I was talking to Madeline about that. So Madeline's my childhood best friend. She was coming in for this concert. We're sitting at lunch because I'm texting you about the whole thing. And I'm looking it up because I'm like, what are even these like going for? And I was like, there's no way they were going between $435 to $530.
Yeah, I did not sell mine for that much. I sold them for like $275 or something. But still, like we paid $90 for them. So it was like a pretty big profit.
Yeah, I know. I was curious. I was like, how much did she list these for? Because she's making money.
I was trying to sell them. So I was like, I'm not going to list them like super high. I'm going to list them for more than I paid, but like, and that's probably also why they sold so quickly, is because I made sure that they were the lowest that was available on the website, because I was like, I need to sell these. I don't want to hold on to them. But it actually worked out, because the Post Malone tickets that I had bought for like while we were on vacation and I didn't check the date, I lost money on those. So between the two, I feel like we evened out, and I'm like,
that's good.
It was a wash.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it worked out. So she ended up coming on way earlier last night at 8:15 because of the storms.
Oh,
so we're at dinner, and all of a sudden, like, because we'd been checking all day. I'm like, because it wasn't supposed to storm. Then it was stormy. It was like rainy.
Yeah.
And I kept checking both her Instagram and the Virginia Credit Union Live venue, because I'm like, someone's got to post about it, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't post about it until like we were already at dinner, and they're like, oh, now she's coming on at 8:15. We're like 8:15. The concert was supposed to start at 8.
Yeah.
Like we were leaving our place, the restaurant we were at like 7 something. Mm-hmm. We're like, oh, so we're like barely gonna make it. And then we get there and they had the venue closed down, and then they opened it back up because of the storms or something. Yeah. And then she got pushed back, and then they were like, just kidding, she's back on at 8:15. We're like,
oh my gosh.
We literally get in the venue at like 8 o'clock. We're just rolling in. Because the lines to get in were insane, because everyone got kicked out.
Yeah.
Then we like rushed to go to the bathroom really quick, rushed to get to the pit. The pit there is huge. I didn't realize how many people had pit tickets. It was like actually insane. The other 2 places we went to, there was quite a few people in the pit, but like not nearly as much as this venue. It was insane. But yeah, it worked out. She went on for her whole set, because she even was like, hopefully we don't have to stop early because of the thunderstorms. But we were fine.
Oh,
we got in and out, and it ended way earlier because she got on early.
Ugh, see?
Yeah.
Now I'm really sad. I could have still been home like at a decent time.
I know. Well, getting out of there was insane.
Yeah. Leaving a concert is always the worst part, because like when you come in, like you don't mind a little line, there's like so much excitement, and you're like jamming to the music or whatever, but like leaving a concert is like a little slice of hell.
Oh no, we could not find our Uber. It was a Toyota Corolla, like a black Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, great. Like one of the most common vehicles that exists.
And the license plate started with like a T or whatever. There was like 5 Toyota Corollas black starting with a T. I was like, what is this? Like, we ended up getting in the wrong car, then realized it. Like, we're a minute in and we're like, just kidding, this is not us. Got out, couldn't find our dude. The only reason we found our Uber drivers is because a policeman started helping us look for
the like license plate.
Yes, and found them for us, because we were like circling. We're calling the guy. He doesn't know where he's at. We don't know where he's at. He's right on top of us, like based on the app. Could not find him. Finally found him, got in it. But I mean, that was probably like, he was there for like 15 minutes, like where we just couldn't find him.
Yeah.
Because it was just chaos, pure chaos.
Yeah.
Like that venue, I mean, all of the venues in Richmond aren't really great for like getting people in and out, I fear. But that particularly, it's not a great parking lot.
Yeah.
At the Raceway.
Yeah. I've only been there, I think, once for a concert, and it was a very long time ago. So I can't remember what it's like. But yeah, typically concert venues don't really have the parking things figured out. And I don't know why that's not like a top priority, to get people in and then to get people out, because like then they can clean up and get out too.
Yeah. No, especially with like rideshare, the rise in like rideshare, you would think that would be a priority. Like making sure that area is like easy for Ubers and Lyfts to get in and out.
Oh yeah. Not like when I went to the Taylor Swift concert and had to walk a mile in Miami, like through a parking lot, like with these temporary lights that they put up. It was a disaster.
Yeah. No, because that was at Hard Rock, right?
Yeah.
So I had the same issue with F1 when I went there. I walked by myself like in like an hour. Mm-hmm. Yeah, over an hour down just to get an Uber. And even then, technically where I was, the Uber wasn't supposed to allow to be pick me up. And I literally said, give me a strike, Uber. I don't care. Yeah. I have now walked an hour from the venue and you can't give me an Uber here?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it was insane. They let me, but yeah, a lot of those places like that, when we went to Luke Combs, that was a mess.
That was a mess. And that Uber driver that we had was like terrifying.
Oh yeah, that was a time. I don't know what it is. Like, oh gosh, no, he was like swerving in and out of lanes. Yeah. There was like no one even there. We're like, what are you doing?
There's like nobody else on the road. And he was acting like he was, I don't know, NASCAR.
Yeah, it was definitely a time. And at that point, my stomach hurt because the mix of the Alani Nu and the beer I had and the Wawa sandwich.
It's always a bad choice, but.
Yeah, the three All Mights were fighting each other. And so I'm like in the back like,
yeah, and this man is weaving in and out of non-existent traffic.
Yeah, I'm like fighting demons in the back because he's driving erratically and my stomach hurts. Like, please stop. We made it though. We were alive.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Thank goodness. But how was Megan Roney?
She was great. Yeah. I mean, it was so much fun. We had... Honestly, the vibes were great. It was like a lot of like young girls. Actually, some of them had their boyfriends there, which was cute. Mm-hmm. Some people brought their moms and their grandmas. Aww. That was really cute. Overall, it was a good crowd. We had a group of people next to us that were like weird, but you always have to have one group. I fear. Like one group of people, you're like, they're either too drunk, they're too loud, they're too something.
Mm-hmm. They're smoking weed secretly and you're like, just go away.
Yeah. You're like, please stop. No, it was two couples. They were definitely like drunk, all of them. They were just like all over each other. They're like videoing constantly. I'm like trying to fight to not be in the background of all these videos. I'm like trying to duck and weave. I'm like, please, why am I in the background of all these? Because they kept turning it towards them, like at me like this. And I'm like, stop doing that. Like, you're being weird. Like you're being weird. You're not aware of your surroundings. The girl hit me in the face with her hair 6+ times. She had like these long extensions.
Oh no.
At the end, I actually was like, I really don't get that mad that easily. Like it takes me a while. I was ready to like fight this girl at the end. I was like, I'm about to tap on her shoulder and be like, please, like stop whipping your hair. Like stop. Cause at this point she wasn't like she was like full on whipping her hair. And I'm like, girl,
like, you're in a tight space.
And it's like sticking to me because I'm sweaty. And I was like,
so gross.
I know. I was not enjoying it. Finally, there was space near Ashley. So Ashley like moved me over. And they were just being weird. Like, I don't know. But that was the only time. But overall, like I was ignoring them up until the very end when she hit me the last couple times with her hair.
Yeah.
I was like,
and you were like, I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And I was like, please stop hitting me with your hair. Like, keep it to yourself. Like, put it up. If it's that hot, it's like bothering you. I'm like, put your hair up, please. But no, it was fun. She is very good live. People were giving her so much crap for the CMA like fest. They were saying, oh, like she's not like a great singer. She sounds exactly like she does on the album.
Yeah.
She's a deeper voice. She's not like hitting all these high notes. Like that's not her specialty.
Yeah, it's not like her range.
No. She's a good singer though. And she's cute. Like she's her little stuff. And she always crowns it like Miss Am I Okay tour little pageant. This time it was like a 4 or 5-year-old little girl. Aww. She was so cute. I think her name was Abby May.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, she called her out and everyone was like, what? And Megan asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up and she said a princess.
Oh.
That had us all like, everyone was cooing and like awing and almost in tears. So cute. So yeah, she was fun. If she ever comes back, I will go see her with you.
I'll do it next time.
Yeah, I fear you have to come.
I know. I'm kind of sad about it.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
Yeah.
You're like, dang it. That's the regret I felt when that last ticket sold. I was like, ugh, I did it to myself.
I know. I didn't know you had that last ticket. And then you were like, it's sold. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't even know you had that going.
I know. Yeah. I just listed them all. I was like, you know what? Yeah, regrets. It's okay. Next time.
Yeah. There's more concerts to be had. She'll come back because this is not her first time in Virginia. Yeah. So hopefully not her last.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be at a bigger venue.
Probably like DC.
Yeah. We'll have to drive.
I hate driving to DC. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
No. The final thing that happened while you were gone that I was really sad about. A moment of silence because Paige DeSorbo is leaving Summer House.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm so depressed about that. I foresaw it though.
I feel a little indifferent about it. I love Paige, but I don't know. Over the past like season or two, I feel like I don't care about her that much on Summer House because she doesn't really bring a lot to it. I mean, she has like funny one-liners, and that's kind of what I appreciate her for, and I love her style. Yeah. But I feel like she doesn't bring a lot to the show.
Well, I feel like the last couple seasons, not a lot of them are bringing a lot to the show.
They're not. Like Amanda, why are you still on this show? Like it seems like you kind of hate it.
Yeah.
Like, why are you there?
Yeah, I think a lot of them no longer like serves them. Mm-hmm. And I kind of just wish they would bring in a young cast. Mm-hmm. Like bring me some like 22, 23-year-old degenerate New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole point.
It was. They're like working really hard. They're young professionals. They're working so hard during the week. And on the weekend, they go out there to like just let loose and party. And it's like this fabulous lifestyle because they're staying at this fancy house. Like that was the whole point. And now they come out there and they spend half of the time like in the beds.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's like one of those things they need to just do a full revamp. Bring it back. Because like, yeah. And I think younger kids too, they would appreciate it more. Mm-hmm. Like getting the house for the summer. Yeah. They were like, oh, we're going to party. We're going to do all these fun things because we don't normally get to do this sort of stuff. Yeah. Versus like, Kyle, love you, brother, but you're getting up there, sir. Yeah. And you're partying.
Yeah. He's like his mid 40s now. Yeah. I think like, I don't know.
Is a DJ like midlife crisis is screaming right now.
Oh yeah. He's definitely giving those vibes.
I would still go and see him DJ though.
I think it'd be fun.
No, me and Ashley were talking about it. We looked up all the dates at one point because we're like, is he coming anywhere near us? No, the closest was like North Carolina, but we were really hoping for like Washington D.C. because we're like, we could swing a D.C. trip. Like because also like I just want to see him in person.
Yeah, and see what he's like.
Will say he's so funny on the show.
Yeah, he has like a big personality. He seems like he would be a really fun guy to be around. Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't want to be married to him.
No. Yeah. No, Amanda, you did your big one with him. I don't know how she sticks around, but like, good for her, you know? That's my man. I'm gonna stick by him. That's what I think of. Like, she really locked on to him, like season 1, 2, and said, never letting him go. You know, for that, like, good for you.
Yeah. I guess that's something.
Yeah, she could.
It says something about her.
I know. Well, I'm just watching we're still like so behind because we keep watching random stuff and then coming back. But like in this season, she's like our age, 20. Like she's like 26, and I'm like, I could not imagine being married to someone like him at like 26, and then her being like, ugh. And she was like all against the prenup, and me and Ashley were like, sign a prenup.
Yeah, sign the prenup, girl.
Get a clause in there. If he cheats on you, you get something because we know that's been a problem in the past. So,
exactly. So protect yourself.
Yeah. And then it's funny because then in the reunion show, like later, she was like, yeah, I didn't really realize like whatever. And Andy was like, Google's a thing. And she was like, yeah, because like in the episode, she's like, Kyle, you have to tell me whatever. I'm like, no, protect your own interests and like look into this. Like, babe, please. That's when you know, like you could see, I guess, like how young she is. But I was like, I need you to just do some research. Like he's just asking you to like look this up.
Yeah, I think she was just like so taken aback by the fact that he suggested it that she, you know, just like shut it down and was like not going to entertain it.
Yeah.
But
whatever. Sucks to suck. Now you don't get always your share. Like it sucks, but if you get divorced, you're not guaranteed anything.
I'm more disappointed that Lexi's not coming back because I loved Lexi and I haven't watched the reunion for this latest season. And I heard that like everyone did her so dirty and kind of just like laughed at her when she was talking about everything that happened. But I felt like she handled herself so well. like stood up to a man who was just totally gaslighting the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And I think she's the kind of person that like I want to keep watching.
Yeah.
And so I'm disappointed that she's not going to be there.
I know. I saw that and I did feel bad because she was saying it's not the experience she wanted. And
yeah.
I agree. I mean, I do think everyone kind of turned their back on her, which sucks because these are all girls who in the past would have like stood up for each other.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, again, this grip that this man has on them.
I know. It's so bizarre. I'm like, why are you so obsessed with Jesse?
He's not that good looking.
No.
He's his personality, it doesn't seem like that vivacious for me to be like, oh, this is why he's so charismatic. Like, this is what's drawing them in, you know? Like, normally, like, yes, I could get where there's like, man, he's so charismatic. He's giving like cult leader. I'm like, okay, now I get why these girls are like fawning over this man. But like, he's not that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's disappointing.
It is. It's sad. And also, they're all older than her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can you not like be there for her? Like, she's younger. I don't know. I always just get frustrated with people when they're like, well, if they say like, oh, the girl's crazy, I immediately am like, but like, why?
Yeah.
Why is she crazy though? Like, but secondly, also when women like start downplaying, they're like, oh, well, they just shouldn't have made that choice dating that guy or doing whatever. Everyone's dated someone or been with someone that they shouldn't have or was sucky or like not a nice person. Can you not give her grace?
Yeah. Paige was like, I told you not to date him. And it's like, okay. But like you weren't friends with her. Like you might have said that to her, but it's not like you were a trusted close friend and then you think that you're like absolved the situation and now you're not going to have her back anymore because one time you said, yeah, you shouldn't date him.
Yeah, that's not a good, you're never going to be someone's good friend if you act like that.
Yeah.
Like, well, I told you, don't do that. Like, I told you so is crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just not what a supportive friend does. Like, you might have had that conversation, but then it's like, why are you not following back up with her? Or like, I don't know.
Yeah. And with everything that happened with Sierra and West, it just makes no sense why Sierra couldn't see that the same thing was happening to this other girl. You know, like the same thing is happening. And instead of being supportive and being like, I went through that, I feel for you, she's like, oh, you're crazy.
Yeah.
It's just, it blows my mind.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've actually heard of this like happening recently with people in our real life being like, well, you know, like she should just get rid of him. Like, and like, we don't like her anymore because of their association with this dude that they don't like. But I'm like, that's just crazy to me. Because if you're a real friend or you care about somebody, you're going to like be supportive of them. You might not like what's happening, but you're gonna be supportive of them. And they're not giving supportive energy at all.
They're not giving girls, and they all like claim to be the biggest girls. And I'm like, I feel like y'all were so exposed this season for like who you really are, and you guys kind of suck. I wouldn't want to be friends with you.
Yeah, no, I know it's disappointing. I hate to hear that sort of stuff. Poor Lexi, but hopefully she's on to
I think she'll be on to I think she will. I think she'll thrive, and she doesn't need to be in that toxic house.
Yeah,
she'll find something better.
Yeah, agreed.
So I have to tell you like a funny thing that happened today. So Aaron.
What'd you do, Aaron? What'd you do?
He was supposed to take Eliana to swim. Or originally I was going to take her to swim.
Yeah.
But then he got back from running. He runs every Saturday morning with like a group of people. And he got back and he was like, okay, I can do it. I can take her so you can go with your sister. And I'm like, cool. So he picks her up. I have like the bag ready. We're waiting for him in the driveway to do like the handoff. She gets in the car. He goes. I'm like, cool, everything's fine. Like they're gone. I'm like getting ready. And then he texts me at 11:10 saying, I forgot that her class started at 11. We've just been standing in here looking at the fish and talking. Is it too late for me to take her into the swim lesson? I'm like, no, go take her to her lane, like right now.
Yeah.
Literally, his only job was to take her to swim.
Yeah.
And they walk in there, and the two of them just start talking
to the fish
and looking at the fish and forget to go into the pool area.
No.
So now she missed like the first 10, 11 minutes of her swim lesson today. And it's only a 30-minute lesson. So she missed like half of her lesson because they were standing in the facility.
No, what's worse to me is not even that. It's the fact that he texted you and was like, should I still bring her in? You're there. Just take her.
Just take her into the lane.
Like, you can even ask somebody there.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry we're late. Can I run her in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he called me. He texted, and I apparently didn't see the text. So then he called me, and he's like, we forgot. I'm like, how did you forget? You were there.
You're literally staring, like you're in this vicinity. And also, like, the fish tank's like right, it's just clear glass that you're like standing in front of the pool lanes.
Yes.
You're seeing straight into all the kids starting their lessons.
Yeah. They're in there swimming. What did you think you were doing?
How long were they just standing there for? Like 20 minutes or
10,
something?
15 minutes probably. I don't know. It just... I don't even know. And I feel bad for like always dogging on him because like he doesn't have a podcast where he can tell all the stupid things that I've forgotten to do. But the fact that he like literally was there.
That's so funny.
And forgot to take her in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a choice.
Yeah. It's just funny.
Well,
that's all.
Erin, now you know for next time.
Yeah. So that was my funny story that happened today. So I wanted to talk about recession indicators.
Yeah.
This is so funny. I was reading like headlines and whatever, like stuff that's popular. And I saw this Wall Street Journal headline, and I'm going to be real honest. Like I did not read the whole article because they were going to charge me like $1.99.
They always do that now.
And I was like, if that's not a recession indicator, I don't know what is. I was like, no, I'm not paying $1.99 to read your article. I just like read the excerpt and then did some... This is some Googling.
This is real journalism, folks.
This is the hard-hitting news that you need to know.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny because it was about how Gen Z sees recession indicators in literally everything.
Yeah.
And that it's a super hot topic on TikTok. So of course I went onto TikTok to see like what are these recession indicators? And I thought, I mean, some of them obviously make sense. So some of them were absolutely hilarious. And we're going to go through some of the ones that I found, some of the ones you found. And discuss.
I love this trend because it is true. Everyone's like, recession indicator. They're like, the sky looks a little wonky today, recession indicator.
Yeah. It's like some of these you're just pulling out of your butts. Like, how can you make this make sense? Like low-rise jeans, the return of low-rise jeans is supposed to be a recession indicator?
I agree with that.
Okay, well, explain yourself.
Because when I think low-rise jeans, I think like specifically when they weren't super, super low-rise. Like I'm not talking like 90s, but I'm talking like 2000s, like 2005. Okay. I'm thinking like 2005 low jeans. You know what I'm talking about. And the girlies were doing it. Like then I think high-rise jeans came in, but this was like right before high-rise jeans became a thing, which I would think is like 2013.
Or like an indicator that the economy is good, having high-rise jeans?
No. I think this is like right before a recession's about to hit where you got low-rise.
Oh, okay.
High-rise jeans is like it's like during.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just trying to make sense of this. So we're in a recession. We're wearing our pants like real high because...
I don't know. More things to cover up, I guess. Okay. You're trying to hide your feelings in the pants.
In your pants. I mean, the jeans did get really high. Like, and I have the tiniest torso, so they like will come up to my rib cage. Yeah. So yeah, I was hiding lots of secrets.
Yeah. No, I just think it's like when I think of the mid 2000s, I'm thinking low rise.
Yeah.
Around, and it was true. Like, I'm thinking like 2014, 2013. That's when high rise jeans started becoming like popular.
Okay.
And then they got only higher.
Uh-huh.
And now they've slowly started to get lower again. Have you noticed that? Like even like high rise now.
Yeah, or not as high.
Not as high. They're like below the belly button.
Yeah, they're
like,
a 9-inch rise instead of like, at one point it was like 11, 12. Like it was getting crazy.
Yeah, no, they were like almost touching your like bra. They're like that high. And now they're slowly lowering again. And then their low rises in. And I fear it's like, that's like right before the hit.
Before the hit. And then the hit comes and the jeans go back up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This is so based in science, guys.
So scientific. Put on your lab coats and join us.
This is just all hearsay, but I could think like that did happen. So
it must be true. One thing that I kind of like, it makes sense, is people being more interested in thrift stores and like thrifting. But I feel like you can also explain that away, because I feel like people are more interested in sustainability. And so like if you were trying to be more sustainable and like not do as much fast fashion, then you might be going to a thrift store. And like thrifting became popular online, and like people will share their thrifting vlogs. So I don't think it's necessarily a recession indicator, but I could see how it could also be one, you know?
Yeah, I think it's like a mix of things. I think also it's a rise of the fact that people want things that no one else has, and people are trying to like find ways to like show niche style. And especially like here again in Richmond's like everyone's so artsy and so cool,
very eclectic.
And a lot of people love shopping at thrift stores because they know it's like a unique piece that no one else can get. And I think some of the like, you know, younger generations are trying to find ways to like stand out without spending $400 dollars on a piece, which like, you know, I get that. Like, why am I gonna be fine? Because also influencers now, they're always posting like some random shop of a name that I have no clue what it is. Like, it's like, you know, Lazy Daisy, whatever. And I'm like, what the heck? I've never heard of this brand before. And then I look it up and it's like a $600 shirt. And I'm like, oh, that's why I haven't heard of it. Because I'm not in that tax bracket.
Yeah, that's not for me, bro.
Yeah, unfortunately, like if brands start paying me to wear it, I'll wear it. But like, I get it. But
I could cosplay that tax bracket if you want to pay me.
I could cosplay it so well, guys. I was born for that life, I fear. But no, like it's not like that. So I think that's kind of where that is coming in. Also right now, like I feel like the rise of like edgier style is kind of back, and like the bohemian style is back, and that like thrifting like fits perfectly into that kind of style.
For sure. Yeah, I get that. Okay, what about egg prices? I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah. Any of your basic commodities. Yeah. That's just like, duh. You know?
Although I did get a message. I am a Walmart Plus member. Yeah. Plug. And I got that, like, they send me messages because we're besties like that. And they sent me a message the other day that, like, the eggs that I buy typically have gone down in price. And I was like, oh, thank you for letting me know that.
That's actually great.
That's good news.
No, the last time we went to Aldi's, our egg prices were stupid cheap for the first time in a minute.
So, you know, maybe that's not a recession indicator. Maybe things are turning around.
I hope so. I'd like my egg prices low.
Like my jeans.
Yes. I don't like my jeans low, but I do like my eggs.
Okay. Flash mobs.
Are those back?
Apparently. I don't know.
I've yet to see a flash mob.
I haven't seen a flash mob. I'm not really like, you know, searching for flash mobs. I fear that's like not my algorithm. Like I'm not on that side of TikTok or Instagram. But apparently that's one of the things that was listed in the article. And since I didn't read it, I don't really have any context to give you. True. But I will just tell you that's something that the Wall Street Journal said. Flash mobs.
Oh, flash mobs. Okay, so we'll take Wall Street Journal's advice and say flash mobs. I've not yet seen one. I actually forgot. You know why I remember that was a thing recently? I watched 500 Days of Summer, and I love that movie. Yeah. And there's the one scene where Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like walking down the street and a whole flash mob, like it's like a music video starts. And I was like, I totally forgot that flash mobs were a thing.
Yes.
They were so hot.
That was a wild time. Like I remember, I think I was at the mall with you in California once, and like one broke out, and like the floor was kind of shaking, and I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah. Like maybe this is doing a little too much.
Yeah. For this, too much.
For the structural integrity of the building.
I don't feel safe.
Yeah. So maybe let's leave. No, I could do without a flash mob coming back.
Yeah. I don't really get the appeal. No. I mean, I guess it's kind of cute for like a rom-com.
It was cute in the movie. Yeah. For like a music video. A lot of music videos like incorporated that idea. I don't need to see them actually out though on the street.
Yeah. We'll pass on the flash mobs. Okay. Another thing they listed was non-alcoholic cocktails, which I thought was like really interesting because they were saying essentially that non-alcoholic cocktails cost less than cocktails, and so that's a recession indicator. But I don't agree with that at all, because every time I have been to a restaurant and seen non-alcoholic cocktails, they cost just as much as the alcoholic cocktail. So why aren't we just buying like a Diet Coke? Like who is buying these non-alcoholic cocktails?
Yeah, you know what?
To save money.
A real recession indicator? Water.
Yeah.
When everyone's just water.
Just water.
Just water. Maybe a lime, like lemon.
Yeah, they're probably like, I'm going to charge you 25 cents for that.
Yeah, no, literally water.
Yeah.
No, it's true though. Like non-alcoholic beverages, it's like straight juice for like $8.
Yeah, like I'll get a nice tea. I'll have a Diet Coke. I'll have a water. Like I'm not going to pay that much for a non-alcoholic cocktail. I would actually think it's the opposite, that the rise of non-alcoholic cocktails would be like, we're in a good place financially, because who would be paying like $18 for a couple juices mixed together in an umbrella?
Yeah, I agree with that. That is like a weird take.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the rise of non-alcoholic cocktails is because there's just less and less people drinking. They've shown that my age group is just drinking way, way less.
Yeah.
Which, because like at the most people are going out to drink like once a week, where people would have been going out multiple times a week. Mm-hmm. It's just not the same anymore, but.
Yeah. Okay. What about press-on nails increasing in popularity? There was like a stat, of course I didn't write it down, but I think it was like 10% increase or something in press-on nails. And then also the rise of the short nail.
Yeah, the princess nail or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. No, I agree with that, because also a lot of people are doing gel at home now. Mm-hmm. Or like DIY. And I agree. I stopped getting my nails done in the last year. It's so expensive. Because you're going at least twice a month.
Yeah, twice a month. Yeah.
Yeah. Like some people can last a little bit longer. My nails grow so quick.
So do mine.
Like
it's
by the time 2 weeks is done, I'm like, ooh, I'm looking real rough. Like they look gross. So yeah, I understand that. I think and also because nail art is so popular right now.
Yeah, the press-on makes it easier because you can get them with designs.
Exactly. And it is cheaper, and you can reuse them like 5,000 times. You can just get new glue backs and whatever.
Yeah. I feel like I fell out of love with getting my nails done. I don't think it had anything to do with the recession. Like it was just a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was ruining my nails. And I actually got mine done before we went on the trip. And like halfway through, they were starting to peel, and it drove me so crazy that I just like peeled the rest of them off. But it's just so like damaging for your nails. And there are so many other options now. Like I have an at-home gel kit that I can do myself. I have like polishes that I can do myself. It takes so much less time. So I don't know if that's really a recession indicator, or just like, at least for me, I feel like it's more just like personal preference.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do it because of the cost, but I also think it is like, it is, you're also having to go in there and sit there for hours, and like, it's a whole process.
It is.
I do know my nails have never fully recovered from getting them done consistently. Like my nail, one of them broke literally last night. Like they've just been so brittle, and I haven't gone in a minute. I went for my birthday in March, and there they don't use drills. The one I went to, which was better. They just like filed it. It felt fine. The gel didn't stick as well, of course, but I didn't even care because I was like, I don't want you drilling my nails, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, I don't know. I think anything that if you can do it at home, like I feel like I've seen more girls do like waxing and other stuff at home.
Ugh. That's something you'll never catch me doing.
No. Well, it's painful.
Yeah. I don't even understand how you can like get up the nerve to rip it off yourself.
No, I'd have to have someone else do it.
Yeah.
And like, just pull. Yeah. I'll look away. I'll put it on. You just pull and I'll pray.
Yeah, no. I'll just shave my legs. It's fine.
I was looking at laser hair removal.
Were
again.
you?
I was literally getting price quotes online.
Oh. I actually got an email about potentially getting it done.
I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so jealous.
I'll ask. Maybe they'll do a 2-for-1.
I've literally
be like, we'll talk about it on the podcast.
Please. I need this so bad.
I forgot about it until you said it, and I was like, Maybe I shouldn't bring it up.
No, you should definitely email them back, though.
I know. Well, it was when we were out of town, but I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, because it takes forever. It takes like 6 to 8 sessions. And then after that, you still have to like go in every once in a while.
Yeah, for a touch-up.
Yeah. No, I've been looking at everything. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, offline. Okay, darker hair colors, which again makes sense because people want less upkeep. But also, did we talk about this the last episode? I can't remember. The
See Your Lives Mormon Wives?
Yes, the Mormon Wives effect. Yeah. And I feel like that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, I think like it's like been the last like couple years. I think that show had a lot to do with it. I think TikTok, like Bronze, like all these things have been coming popular again. And I think people, yes, it's a fact that people don't want to pay as much, but also it's like less upkeep in general. Like if your hair is more natural. So who knows? But yeah, watch in another couple years, then it's like back to bright ashy blonde.
I'm sure it'll swing back. But even like for me, it's actually a little bit more work to have my hair darker because like my grays start to poke through and like you can see it. When I just had my hair highlighted, like the highlights kind of covered it and it was lighter. Okay. So it wasn't as noticeable. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it's more work for me.
Maybe for you. But like
for me. That's a you problem.
Well, it's just like, think about like the general, like most of the time your roots, like you'd be like roots and then boom. And like finally, I think a lot of people at least are like root smudging now. Mm-hmm. So it's not looking as like harsh. Like maybe they're still doing bright color, but more root smudging.
Yeah. Which I kind of like.
No, I kind of do too. Because why do you want like straight color and then it just like looks like it's like a bar? Yeah. No one wants that.
It doesn't grow out easily or well.
No.
Okay. This one I thought was funny. More people are turning to ChatGPT. Yes. Chatty Cathy is the new therapist.
Yeah. We love Chatty Cathy.
Which I hadn't heard of. And I was like, this is kind of wild.
No, people like, they're telling it too much. I saw recently and I'm like, is this like parasocial behavior? Like we're loving our Chatty Cathy a little too much because they're like telling her personal things. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm getting a little nervous because like you do realize she's storing and saving all the information. It's like, this is like a major like HIPAA violation, but like against yourself.
Yeah. You're doing it to yourself. You're like, she doesn't owe you anything. No, she's going to share this information with someone. Yeah, like someone is going to data farm this and like take over the world.
Yeah. No, you're sharing like your personal like medical information with this with this thing. So it's a robot. Remember, like it does keep it, and they have them like all stored in these big warehouses. Like I don't think people like think of that when they're like, oh, she's my little personal robot. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, she's not your friend. No. Was created by big tech.
Yeah. Maybe still go to the therapist. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
like, or just like talk to a friend. If you can't afford a therapist, get like a really good friend to listen to you.
I still say therapist would be great though. Like talk to a real person who is like, who can really analyze you and actually has like a degree in it. That'd be good. Mm-hmm.
Kathy doesn't really care about your feelings. I'm sorry.
No, Kathy doesn't care about anything.
She just wants to analyze data.
Yeah. She's an inanimate object. Like we love humanizing things over here, but like we literally calling her Kathy, but like she's
not real.
She's not real. No, she's a computer, I fear. Yeah.
Okay. What are some of the ones that you saw?
Okay. For prioritizing sleep, because you can't spend money if you're asleep.
Okay. I like this. I mean, that's true. I can't shop while I'm asleep, and I do love to sleep.
Yeah. No, they're trying to make it sound like, oh, this is a health craze. Like everybody, no, it's a recession indicator. Go to sleep. If you're sleeping, you can't spend money.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
No, yeah, no, they're it's true though. Like think about it. Like if you're sleeping longer, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. Yeah, you're working.
You're staying at home, you know?
Yeah, you're probably only doing the bare minimum. Work, sleep, eating minimal amount of food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't eat while you're asleep, so you can't go through groceries.
Yeah, exactly. You're saving money. Mm-hmm. Better get that sleep on. You know?
All right. 10 hours a night to save money. You heard it here.
Another health craze. The walk and talk. Little walk. Hawker walks, but extended. No Ubers anymore.
Okay.
We're not Ubering.
Yeah.
We're doing extended walks. You're just getting your steps in.
For sure.
And not spending money on Ubers.
Yeah. I could see that. Is that like a thing though? Are people actually like walking more?
Yeah, 100%. But like, again, people are like getting my steps in. But then also people are like, I don't want to spend money on that Uber. Yeah. Even around here when they're like $7. But me and Ashley have been on that craze lately too. I've been seeing it, but then we also have been like, no, we don't want to spend money on this $7.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have a buddy to walk with, I guess that's okay. But like, don't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Pay the $7 for safety.
Well, no, I've not been walking by myself, but we will. We do our little walks. We're like, it's 15-minute walk. Easy money. 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back. Great. And especially when we were like drinking our wine or whatever, I'm like, let me walk this wine calories off
Yeah,
and
that's
not
true.
pay for the Uber.
Yeah.
It's a win.
Then you can like get another glass of wine. You're like, I earned another glass.
Yeah.
I have 2 glasses now.
Yeah.
Because I saved $14 on an Uber.
I know. And the next thing you know, you're getting a third one because you're like, I just treat myself.
I'm so healthy. Yeah. I deserve a third glass of wine.
And the next thing you know, your walking just became negative. Negated everything.
That's all right. It all evens out somehow, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you're going to go to sleep and not spend any money.
Exactly. And like me lifting the bottle of wine, that was a lot a exercise.
That was a lot of work for you.
Yeah, my
I'm
muscles.
So proud of you. Look at your biceps.
I know. They're not atrophying, guys. They're really getting in the work.
Yeah, you should buy a whole bottle because that's heavier.
It is heavier. Maybe 2, one
More
for
exercise.
each.
For sure, because you can't be uneven.
I know.
Oh my gosh, that would be so horrible if you only had biceps on one arm.
Yeah, we got to work on equal muscle tone.
It's important. I saw this and I thought this is hilarious. They said Stassi Schroeder being back on reality TV, recession indicator. And I just thought that was so hilarious. But it's kind of true because she left and she was like, I'm never coming back to reality TV. And then now she's on Vanderpump Villa or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That one kind of hits. I thought that was good.
No, it is. And also she was like iconic at the time. Like,
yeah. Like she left on top. I mean, she had a little scandal and so she could have gone away for like a year or 2 to rehab her image, but she could have come back.
Yeah.
I mean, she wrote a couple books. Like she was still on top of her game.
Her style, her makeup for the time, and even now, I mean, she looks even better now if that's possible.
Yeah.
She was hot then. She was great now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I need to get in touch with her doctors, her physical, like whoever works her out.
Yeah.
If she works out. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure she's working out.
She just looks good.
Yeah, she does look good.
Yeah. I fear she's the person. Oh, yeah. Jack's also coming back. Also, I feel like feels like a recession indicator.
I don't think he ever left.
No, but I feel like he finally admitted to his coke addiction that everyone knew about.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Well, that was, yeah.
Recession indicator.
Sure. Sure.
No, the other one that we had talked about previously and like the things I wanted you, like from your era to come back, the bandage dress.
Yes.
And they have now seen 2 TikToks saying it is officially back because House of CB launched a line of bandage dresses, and then the original
Herve le jour. I don't know how to say it really.
They just posted a TikTok being like,
it's back.
They're back, and they said they never left. Duh, like they've never left. But they were showing all these celebrities like wearing them, and I was like, no, but they do look so good.
They do look good, but how is it a recession indicator?
Because the girls were at the clubbies wearing it. Look at club wear right now.
During the last recession.
And yeah, we were also wearing business casual in the last recession, and girls are wearing business casual again to the bars.
See, I did see that one, and that one makes sense to me because like you don't have to buy multiple things. Like you wear your blazer to the office and then you wear it to the club. Yeah. Because you don't want to have a separate going out, work, whatever, wardrobes. That made sense to me. Yeah. But I don't get the bandage dress.
Yeah, but that was just like, I think hot, like style at that time. And I think the fact that it's back and it's been dormant for so long, I fear it's swinging back is purposeful. Also, I feel like the girls, just like I said, they don't really wear like club outfits anymore out.
Well, if they start doing like sock buns and pencil skirts,
Yeah. Then you know it's
Then you know it's for real. Oh, not the chevron.
The Aztec printed skirts.
No.
They're going to be back. Chunky necklaces galore in coral and in mint.
Yes, please. Bubble necklaces.
No, I actually recently saw a couple outfits, like, because those girls that do the recreations on TikTok of like when they were younger and they bring out their outfits, some of them were cute. Some of them tragic, terrible. But some of them, like the little tight mini skirt with a little flowy like tank top and a chunky necklace. I will not lie, that is cute to me still.
Yeah, I think it's pretty classic. I don't think you can go wrong.
No, like maybe the colors and the prints are outdated, but I'm like, that silhouette though is
it's classic.
It's cute, and you throw on a pair of heels. I'm like, yeah, a girl's obviously gonna look good in like a little mini skirt, a little flowy tank.
Yeah,
it's gonna hit. But maybe that's the recession indicator. Me thinking that's cute.
Maybe you've been brainwashed.
I've been brainwashed. It's coming back.
What about bag charms? People are saying that that's a recession indicator because like you can update bags you already have. But the thing is that some of these bag charms are like thousands of dollars. Like when I went in to Prada, they have these bag charms, adorable. They're kind of, what are the ones that are really hot right now? Those like little monsters.
The Labubu.
Labubu.
There's other ones too.
There's other ones too. Yeah, the Labubu kind of like started the craze, and now all these fashion houses are making their own versions of like little animals to put on your bags, but they're like hundreds of dollars, like $1,000. So I don't know.
For a Labubu dupe? It's not even the real Labubu?
But it's like Prada. It's Gucci, you know, it's whatever. And it has the label on it. So you know.
I fear I will not be falling for that craze.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to fall for the Labubu either.
But
I mean, I don't know.
Oh no, this is one I'm putting my foot down on. I do have a bag charm though, but it's just my little M.
Yeah, I bought a bag charm on Amazon. It was like little cherries. It's cute. I was like, yeah, I'll put this on my tote. That'll be cute.
Yeah. I think I have seen the ones from like Anthropology and like
some cute ones,
Free People, and I have seen them now too for your flip flops and stuff. Little charms for your flip flops. And have you not seen those?
No. What are they gonna like?
No,
they're like flip and hit you in the foot when you're walking.
But they're not like regular charms. They're like Italian bracelet charms, almost like where it's like a clasp. It like clasps onto the top. But
so it's like a bracelet for your.
But it would definitely like leave impressions like on the top of your foot. I feel like I haven't seen them in action. I've just seen them on display.
Yeah.
So who knows? But yeah, I do fear those things. It would make sense, like people being able to buy like cheap things to like update their existing wardrobe.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
Just not the expensive ones. Lady Gaga and Kesha making a revival.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Recession pop is what they're calling it.
No, I actually people were talking about that recently, like bring back recession rap, and minus the fact that the guys were like brokies in the songs. They'd be like, pay for my dinner. And I'm like, oh,
you don't want no scrubs.
Yeah.
Let's bring back that.
Yeah. No, but it's true. If you listen to like recession like rap pop, like think about like Mr. Worldwide being like, I can't pay my rent, but I'm going to the club.
Yeah.
Sir, put that energy away. Pay your freaking rent. But also like bring back that style of music, because it was like,
yeah, it's fun. It's supposed to bring like really good energy. And I feel like that makes sense. Like when people are having a hard time, they want music that's going to lift them up.
Yeah. I don't want to listen to like sad, depressing music.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we want, and like Kesha and Lady Gaga had just such good like club bar music.
Yeah.
It would make sense that, and also like no one's really been releasing good like club dance music in the last so many years.
Yeah.
So I could totally see that the younger people are like, you know, they're jonesing for like some good music that's just like,
they need some bops.
Yeah,
for the club.
Yeah.
That you guys aren't going to.
I know. We only go to the club here and there, and this club is like not a real club.
Yeah.
It's like a club. It's not the club. It's the club. It's like the sad version of the club. Well, it's like, and people don't like dance anymore.
Yeah.
It makes me annoyed.
So
it's like everyone's just like standing there, and I'm like, why are you on your freaking phone? You're at the club. You're supposed to dance at the club.
Yeah, don't be a derb. You're at the club.
Gonna start a whole poem.
Yeah. Don't give me too much time.
I know.
I might.
No, the other one. Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
Being a recession indicator because it's just like little snacks.
Yeah, but I feel like girls have always enjoyed a little snack. Like I remember when I was young, sometimes I would like eat a Pop-Tart before I went out. And I'd be like, that was my dinner. I had a Pop-Tart.
But that's like a snack. That's not really like girl dinner. Girl dinner is like scraps of little bread and
I was a girl.
Here's a
and
carrot.
It was my dinner.
That's true. But like, I don't know.
It was like that and some nasty cocktail. Who knows what I was drinking?
Probably like 90% vodka, 10% juice because you couldn't afford to pay for juice.
But I definitely was like the clear whatever rum and no like rum and Diet Coke, but it was like clear rum, like it was, you know, whatever the rail was. I don't live that life anymore.
No, I fear I can't live that life at all anymore. The thought of like, as if I'm acting like I'm, you know, so old, but I swear, like there's certain things I'm just like, no, like I want my cocktail. The whole sound that I'm just too old to live this kind of life. That's
to live an uncomfortable life.
To live an uncomfortable life. Yeah, that's me. I'm too old to be living an uncomfortable life. I deserve a spritz.
Yeah.
And a charcuterie board.
For sure. Like some really high-end snacks. Like I want those little sugar-covered pecans.
Yeah.
And some soft cheese.
Yeah.
And an assortment of crackers.
Yeah.
Not just like one type of cracker. I want to mix it up. I want some bread. I want, you know, different crackers.
Yeah. No, I think only high-end cocktails for me will do. No, like when I had a tequila soda so we went out for my neighbor's birthday too, like last weekend, and it was so fun. But we went to one place. I got a tequila soda. Big mistake.
You just said tequila soda, and they didn't ask you.
Lime.
They didn't ask you what kind of tequila.
No, of course not, because we're at the bar. We're at the bar, and the bars here are like, you know, I mean, it's a bar.
Yeah, but you can see, you know, the tequilas that they have. So you can be like, I want a Patron and soda.
No, but they really didn't have it like on display like that. It wasn't like that.
They didn't have a bar with visible alcohols lined up. Like, where were you?
We were at the Hoff. I don't know. We were at one of the bars at the Hoff, but I wasn't, but it was like the inside one. There's like 3 on the one level, and I was at one of them. Well, first of all, we ordered the important things because they gave us out, this is the real kicker, they gave us free coupons for 1 free appetizer. So you best believe. Is that a recession indicator? Potentially.
Probably. You used a coupon.
Yeah, I used it, and we got free mozzarella sticks, and then I got it. They were actually so good. It was stupid. They were like spicy. It was delicious. And then I got a tequila soda, and it was like 90% tequila.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't finish it. My stomach immediately started hurting because I was like, this is like a shot. This is like a shot.
Yeah.
It was my fault. I should have ordered.
You did it to yourself. You have to ask questions, you know, you can't just rely on them because they'll just give you the cheapest crap that they have.
I know. Well, and you know, that's a recession indicator because I'm okay paying for the cheapest stuff that they have, but it's painful.
No.
It was so painful. Multiple people, like they smelled it, like had my cup and they're like, what did you get? Because it was just so.
It's like rubbing alcohol.
It was so in your face.
And they called it tequila.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably like Jose Cuervo, which is like really like it's like vodka dressed as tequila. Yeah. And something similar to that. They wouldn't actually pay for Jose Cuervo. It's probably like Espolon. Not even. Espolon's better than that.
Yeah, that's better than Jose Cuervo.
Yeah, whatever they gave me was...
It's like bottom shelf. It was in a plastic bottle for sure.
Oh.
It was not glass.
I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention.
Burnett's. Does Burnett's make tequila? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I had immediate regrets. That being said, my other drinks for the night were fine. It was just the one bar we went to. It was the one drink I purchased there. And I was like, that was disgusting. But I at least got my free mozzarella sticks. So
I guess that made up for it.
It did. Because then I proceeded to throw away the tequila soda. Because I was like, this is not drinkable.
Yeah.
And it reminded me when I was in Nashville. Because there... I don't know why I keep ordering a tequila soda when I go out. I just should like nix that drink in general, because when it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's very, very bad. And I swear most of those places too, they would just give, it's like 98% again, tequila. Like they would fill it almost to the top. And I'm like, so you want me to die? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they think that they're doing you a favor sometimes, these bartenders, when they're pouring heavy, but it's like, this is, yeah, I can't drink it.
No,
like I can't.
It's not even drinkable. It's like not fun. It's like, I feel like I'm just sipping straight tequila at that point, and that's not what I asked for. I wanted soda with lime, like with a splash of tequila in it. I want the opposite. I want my stomach not to hurt.
Yeah.
But
that should actually be an indicator that you feel fine with the economy, that you'd be willing to pay for a drink with just a splash of tequila.
Yeah, but maybe not, because I'm not paying for other things than bottom shelf. I fear I'm just going to start ordering, I don't know, something else. I have to just change my order.
Yeah. Normally a vodka soda is pretty safe, because even like cheap vodka is, I feel like cheap vodka is better than cheap tequila.
Yeah, but the thought of just like vodka too is just like, you know, like, I don't know.
I don't know how to help you.
I basically, the only other things I can do that are like low cal and chill is like a vodka cran, which can be terrible also if
you
done
could
wrong.
also do a vodka soda with a splash of cran. That's a good one, because then you also, it's less calories because you're not drinking as much juice. It's less sugar, and you just get a little bit more taste.
Yeah. No, I fear I
that
need
used to be a good like skinny girl cocktail.
Yeah, I fear I just need to switch it. I also like tequila soda with a splash of like pineapple juice or something. I haven't done that in a long time. I need to just like mix it, because the tequila soda is just doing me dirty.
Yeah. Lessons learned.
I still will get my cheap, stupid tequila though. Probably.
You do you, boo.
Yeah. I'll do it until one day I wake up and I physically can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But
she's still kicking. She's alive.
I'm alive, but I'm dead. Honestly, the brain is like on 1% at this point.
I think that's a good time to wrap it.
Yeah.
You know, to call it a day. After that great conversation about cheap tequila.
Yeah.
Just say no.
I hope it makes you thirsty.
Or maybe you think about like a night where you drank too much of it and never want to do it again.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's okay.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, if you're not watching the video, which you should be, we have these beautiful new mic flags with our logo on them. Aren't they
so cute?
They're so pretty. But that reminds me, like, if you guys aren't watching us on YouTube, you can.
Yeah, you're missing out, because we make a lot of faces and you're not seeing them.
I know. You only are seeing our clips maybe on social. And if you don't follow us on social, you can. Our is at Situationship on TikTok and Instagram. But you can also follow our personals. Mine is at Morgan Ashley Schaffen.
And I'm at Lauren M. Dix.
We hope to see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.